Okay, great. So I'm recording the session anyways, and then we'll start. So here we have gathered for the orientation for phonics class for children. So about me, I'm Preeta Gunashekhar. I have completed my certification from Jolly Phonics, the professional certification, and also from consultant for I Can Read, Singapore's literacy program. So I have been in the field for past 10 years, and I have been training teachers and students and parents on phonics and implementation. And quite I've covered up all the schools around Coimbatore and Tirupur because I live in Tirupur. So when we can come into get into phonics, so what is your understanding about phonics? What is your experience with phonics? So please feel free to talk. Let us keep it as an interactive session, open for discussion and all of that. What is your understanding? What of phonics? Why do you want phonics for your child? Feel free to talk. Be comfortable with your mother tongue. I'll try to understand. I can understand almost Malayalam, Kannada. I cannot speak back, but still I can understand. And Telugu also.
Phonics is about sound.
Phonics is about sound. Why do you think you need phonics for your child?
To have good pronunciation.
Okay, so do you have any past experience with phonics? Not certainly, because many of my session parents will have a good, maybe a little bad phonics experience, and then they come to the webinar and they'll have a lot of questions to be clarified and all of that. Okay, so here when we speak of phonics, phonics is about sounds and to get fluency, quick reading, but we were not using phonics, right? So how did we all learn to read? So were we expected to read by grade 1 fluently, read passages?
Yes, ma'am.
Where we expected, when we were at school, where we expected to read passages in grade 1 and answer in full sentences, 2 questions and answers?
No, ma'am.
Not exactly, right?
Not
So we
exactly.
were not expected to read very early. So we were given time, enough time. So we kind of took it up reading as in wrote. Maybe we got experiences. We saw people reading. We took it from there. So now we are expecting our children to read by grade 1 fluently and also answer in sentences. Yes, and also to talk, we expect the expectation is higher. So why is that schools not able to give phonics in a very good way, and why do we struggle in schools? Almost every school, so they follow phonics in kindergarten. So LKG and UKG, everything is through phonics. Grade 1, when children come into grade 1, teacher is not aware how the children were taught in kindergarten, right? There comes the gap. So in UKG or senior KG, so however we call, we give words, practice words with sounds and all of that happen. And by grade 1, the children are expected to read sentences and write sentences. So that is the gap. So bridging from words to sentences, that is not effectively happening with our schools because as the methodology is not new. The methodology is quite old methodology, but still we are taking it slowly. So we are converting it slowly. Schools are slowly converting. So we are training quite a lot of schools, and they're understanding the importance of phonics. So now there is no more trial and error happening at schools. Now they are slowly started to implement. So, but it will take some days or might take some years also. So when you see the whole word reading is kind of what you see in the first picture. Yeah, so we learn the word, we try to read the word as a whole. So you would have got text messages, right? So the first letter and the last letter of a word will be right. In between, all letters are smudged up, but still we'll be able to read it. So have you got text messages like that? So yeah, so we kind of, and it is of that approach where children might do a lot of guessworking and all of that happen when we do go with the whole word reading methods. But when it comes to phonics, so children kind of look at the words like this. Okay, so it is dot for every sound, there is a dash for consonant, digraph, and all of this happens. So maybe I follow Jolly Phonics methodology. Jolly Phonics is so successful because of its approach towards the sounds, the blending and segmenting approach. So we teach sound and we associate it with a song and a story. So we guarantee the letter sound association identification at the very beginning stage. So we start with a phonemic awareness. We start telling stories. We are the start telling stories and we do phonemic awareness lessons, and then we slowly come into the sounds. From sounds we move on to words, we start blending, and also side by side we get children get into the segmentation. That is, children should know how many sounds make a word, right? So that is how they get to write the word. So all this happens, and then we take them into sentences, and then we get into creative writing phase. So this is the whole approach that we'll be taking your children through. So first we need to master the sound, decode words to read, and then decode the sentences. So our fluency, our expectation is to achieve the fluent reading, and also children will be able to write, so whatever they think. So in case, what if children are not able to understand English when they start with the classes? So this we have quite a lot of experience. We have experienced with a lot of children. They might not understand in the very first few classes. So there we kind of, it is all stories based and all of that. But later, so children start picking up English also. So when we start doing that, so children kind of start to pick up English and they can understand it very well by the end of the class. So speaking, I cannot guarantee speaking because we do not give speaking practice in the classroom. Yes, of course, we'll have interaction and children respond, all of this happen, but speaking, we cannot guarantee. So what we guarantee of the class is children will start reading the words and then the sentences, and children will be able to write whatever they think. So writing, creative writing depends on how much the language is picked by the child. So, but still the basic sentence formation with the basic punctuation and all of that, children will be able to do it by the end of the class. So this is the pattern of language development: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. But the kind of approach that we follow is we expect children to write first, right? So we want to teach children. So we start with writing the alphabet. So that is where we start. So we need to break that when we come back to this approach of listening, speaking, reading, and writing. So we will, or we are trying to incorporate it. May not be able to do it completely, but still we are trying to incorporate the same principle in the classroom. So I'm not only following Jolly Phonics methodology. I also incorporate few other methodologies into the curriculum, which is completely tried and tested. So now we have completed so far 12 batches of Jolly Phonics Grow level, and Inspire level is the next step of Grow, which we get children into fluent reading and grammar, all of that happens. So this is completely through online, and I also have experienced this teaching in person at school and also at the centers of doing. So it is all completely tried and tested methodologies that we adopt. So what do we cover? So this all we cover in our classroom. So what is that? The sounds, we did the introduction of sound, short vowel sound, long vowel sounds, blending, segmenting, R-controlled vowel, diphthongs, vowel team, syllable, open syllable, closed syllable, spelling rules, alternative spelling pattern, creative writing, and also incorporating punctuation. So all this will be covered, and also forgot to mention the tricky words. So tricky words, all of that, which is called as sight words or dodge words, all of this will be covered in the session. So generally you would have heard in the market, which is level 1 of curriculum, level 2 Jolly Phonics, level 1 Orphonics, level 1, level 2. So here we do not have that approach as level 1 and level 2 because it is a complete program. Okay, so the what we are doing is complete program, which is with a duration of about 9 months. So in the duration of 9 months, your child, even if they do not know the alphabet or the sounds, we will start with the sounds and then we get into the writing level. So this is in this duration, we'll be doing that. So irrespective of age and irrespective of what your child knows previously, so we will cater the same. Why? Because it differs. The approach towards phonics. Maybe your child knows the sounds, but may not be right, or they are not hooked into blending yet. All of this will be there. So my style of teaching is completely different, where we do not finish sounds and then go with blending. We simultaneously do both. So teaching sounds, blending, segmenting, writing, all of this happens simultaneously. So I do not have this leveled thing, but it is going to be a complete phonics package. So when we consider children, every child is unique, right? So the development differs from child to child. The main problem with children slowing the learning is the fear of going wrong. So that happens with at school, maybe with many teachers. So we eliminate that fear of going wrong here. So we encourage children. So one request when you are enrolling the children into the classroom is every child is unique and do not compare, because it is going to be a group. So what I have observed over years from a group sessions I've been so far so successful with a group of 10 children. Because children start learning from each other. So they are not the center of attraction in the classroom. They are not. So in a one-on-one classroom, they become the center of attraction, right? So the teacher's eye is always on the child, and there is kind of the easiness is not happening there. But in a group session, when they see children learning the same concept and they react to the certain situation, may not be from me, but there are chances that they observe other children and learn it a little faster. So that happens in the classroom environment. So these are some feedbacks that I have got from my classes. So far doing with a success rate of about 97%. Okay, so for whom this will not work out is we have turned children, those who do not sit in front of a computer, also slowly they have turned out and they start reading, and now they are reading so fluently and well. But completely, in case if your child is little attentive and initially can set up things, we might not need you. So in case if the attention is little lagging, we might need parents along with the child as well. So most of my parents stay with the children. So I have no inhibition to allowing parents into the classroom, and also you can feel free to stay. And if your child is confident, you are confident about the child will sit in the class, then they can sit, make it on their own. There is no issues that parents should sit alone. So these are the video might not play. So this is a video converted. Okay. And there is no pressure for children in the classroom. So we allow out of my experience, I know how children are progressing. So I'll be able to read children quite well. So we do not pressurize children in the classroom. We give time to learn. So in case if something is going wrong and the child is not picking up, then I'll just call up and talk with the parent. If not, do not worry. So we are monitoring children. Every child will have individual attention. I will learn every individual child, and the lessons and classes will be based on every child's interest and every child's need. So duration of the class will be 40 minutes for 3 days per week. Materials, I will be providing you with Jolly Phonics books, pupil book 1, 2, and 3, and some printable materials, which is a hard copy, which will be sent along the Jolly Phonics pupil book. So, which was earlier the digital copies. Now I'm just printing it along and sending it as a hard copy. So the fees of the program you would have read in the landing page. It is 2,500 per month, and it is 1,500 for books in the first month. So from the first month you will be paying 4,000. So 2,500 as a tuition fee and rupees 1,500 for the material cost. From second month you will be paying 2,500, which is to be paid starting of every month. So the course is planned for 9 months, and almost every with every child we are finishing it up for in almost every batches we are finishing it up in 9 months. So it will get over in 9 months. So batches now it is open only for Grow 14. So Grow 15 we are not taking up. There is no difference between Grow 14 and 15. It is just the timing that differs. So 6:42 and 7:20, the younger children might not feel very comfortable sitting for the classroom, right? So 6:40 to 7:20, they might feel the end of the day, they'll be tired and they might feel sleepy, and they'll not be in a good mood to learn during that time. So this time is preferred for the younger kids. And so once Grow 14 is full, and we'll just open the admission for Grow 15. So 5 months into the program, this is how children start looking at the words. This is how children start reading the words and read the sentences. This is 5 months into the program. Okay. So look at that. They have circled all the tricky words. They have underlined all 2 letters that is making one sound, all the diagrams. This is how children start looking at the words. We also help children get into writing. So I hope you are able to relate to the first slide that we saw. So the decoding, so blending. So this is what we'll be achieving it. So our end goal is confident reading, sentences, and independent writing is our end goal of the program. So this is how we take it up. So any questions?
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am. Yeah.
My daughter, she's eight years complete, ma'am. Now she's in grade 4.
Okay, ma'am. So what is the difficulty that you're facing? Is she having reading struggles? How is it?
Yeah, she reads okay, but what I felt is like she misses this vocabulary whenever she finds a new word or something. She doesn't, how should I say? She doesn't like to read, big books, right, to her age. She still
Yeah.
wants to go with the first standard and second standard books because the sentences are very short, and there are only 4-word sentences and all. She doesn't want to upgrade herself.
Yeah, I can understand completely. So by this age, if the child is struggling with reading, so kind of they have taken up the whole word reading approach, or they're not very confident with the sounds that they have been learned, because we just by teaching the sounds of alphabet, children cannot read the complicated words.
Okay.
Can you please record the reading? So you just take anything new, maybe from the child's curriculum, something that is very new, that is untouched. So ask
Yeah.
child to read and record a
Okay.
video. The camera should focus the words that she is reading. Okay,
Okay.
so may not be the face, but the book that she is reading, and ask her
Okay.
to put her fingers below while you scroll the fingers below while reading. So I'll be able to
Okay.
suggest you how to progress with this for your child. How to do
Okay,
it.
ma'am. And if at all I want to
Yes,
enroll her for the course,
yeah.
ma'am, if at all I want to enroll her for the course, so I have to take this Grow 15 batch, right?
Yeah, you have to take Grow 15. That also we will be doing from the basic. So I have to be clear with that, right? We'll be definitely going
Okay.
from the basic, but you might feel it is very slow initially, but slowly when the child is at the reading stage. In the completion of 9 months, you will be able to understand. So the reading has been picked up. The child has
So
picked
when will that batch start, ma'am?
pardon. So we'll start from Monday. So so I will let you know. So not more than a week's time. So maybe in another week we will start Pro 15 also. Pro 14. Once it is full and we start with Pro 15. Not more than a week. We'll start immediately.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you. So anybody else any questions?
Ma'am, tell me about the fee details once again.
So fee details, it is the first month alone. In case if you are enrolling now and you'll be paying rupees 4,000, which is 2,500 for the books plus 2,500 for the books plus 2,500 as a tuition fee. So which is for 1 month. The second month, when we start second month, you will again pay 2,500. 2,500 per month is the fee that we charge. So which is for 9 months, next 9 months. So 2,500 every month. So anybody else, any questions?
Ma'am, one more thing.
Yes.
If suppose you said like it's 3 classes per week, no, ma'am.
Yeah.
If at all the child misses one class because
So
of
I'll be
any other
recording
reason.
every class. I'll be sending you the recorded videos. So in case if the child missed the class, you can watch the recorded video. But I recommend do not miss any class.
Okay.
Yeah. So in case one or two the child missed, can cope up with the recording. But what we expect is not to miss the class. Because with a less attendance, the children lose progress. So make sure the child attends almost every class. One or two, if it gets missed, that is not a problem. They can cope up with the recording.
Okay. Okay.
In the both sessions, grow 14, grow 15, you will start from the beginning.
Grow 14 and grow 14. The curriculum is same. So the progression will also be same, but the speed might differ in case it is completely based on the age of children that they are enrolling for the class. So
Baby 6.5 years, so I can't able to decide.
no problem. Both will be kind of same for you.
According to my time, I will go to
So time based on the time you can decide which where to enroll, 14 or 15. So 14 is 440 to 520. What did I? Yeah, 440 to 520, and the other batch is 640 to 720. So Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. The other one is Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Okay.
Anything else would you like to ask? Any other questions? Anybody else? You can put it in the chat also if you're not comfortable talking. For those who joined late, what I do is I'll just share the recording of the session with you, so you can have the idea of what we discussed during the meeting. The people are joining now. I'm so sorry. We are about to end the session, right? So. Okay, so anything else? Any other questions? Is it all clear? So if it is clear, just put me yes or no in the chat so I understand that you have got the details, you understood, and we are going to wind up now. So
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, please.
Yeah, my daughter is 8 plus 4th class. She is in 4th class.
Okay.
She has a little bit communicative problem. Whatever we speak in English, she can't understand.
Okay.
How can you manage with that girl?
So the understanding.
Our regional language is Telugu.
Yeah. So the understanding, as I told you before, so slowly children will start and
So second and third class, she didn't go to school now due to Corona.
I can completely understand that.
Yeah.
But
Generally, we
initially,
speak our regional, our mother tongue in home, ma'am.
no. So lessons are planned for children, right? So they'll be able to really understand the lesson. So there is no.
She has reading problem also. Whatever the previously ma'am told, na, in the same problem I am facing with my daughter also.
Yeah. So there won't be
She
any problem initially with the classroom. Children will start understanding English slowly as the class progress. They will pick up language also. Understanding also will develop. Initially, the child will not have trouble understanding the subject. Okay, the understanding the concepts.
She is improving a little bit for the last 1 month.
I can completely understand. Even with the zero knowledge, we'll be able to bring children into reading. So don't worry about that.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, many children face a problem as they missed last 2 years. Many children face a problem. So we won't realize the reading struggle until the child reaches grade 3. So we think, okay, so grade 1, the child is so young, he'll learn it. He'll manage to learn. And the difficulty increases by grade 3, we'll get the alarm. Oh, my child is not reading and we need to pay attention. So that will be that you're not missing out anything. Don't worry. We'll be able to bring the children to the level, reading level of other children in the classroom very quick and soon.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello.
I have joined just now.
Yes, I understand. I will share the recording of the
Sure. Actually, I have enrolled for my younger one. She is 4.5 years old. She is in UKG, SKG currently.
Okay.
So, is this the same thing is available for her also, ma'am?
Yes, it is available. The approach towards learning is same, irrespective of any age. The approach to learning is same. Okay. So I had a child of 3 years doing fantastically equally with a child of 7-year-old in the same batch. So far more better than. So it differs. The approach towards learning is same. The approach towards language is same. That is the concept is same. So the speed they pick and the level of words we choose for the child, that differs. So maybe for the children with the higher age, in higher grades, we give a different set of words, and for the children with the lower age group, we give us a different set of words. The speed might differ, but this approach and the curriculum and the language is same. They'll pick it up.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So I strongly believe learning happens only when we are smiling. So I ensure that in the classroom, so we'll have good interaction, and so you need not feel it's a group session. So we'll have good interactive session. Children gel with me very quick and fast. So I'm proud to tell you that all my children loves me in the class. So don't worry about all the group session and things. So you will understand. You will start understanding how the session goes as the time and the days progress with the program. Yeah. So I think we will end the session here. As any other questions? Yeah. So don't worry, in case if you have any personalized questions, I will send you all the details. So in case if you have any personalized question, you can ping me in my WhatsApp or just give me a call. So we will discuss about that. So Fana, we'll end the meeting and I'll send you the recording of the session so you can watch and understand about the program and about me. So you need to understand the teacher before enrolling, right? So you can understand about me also when you watch the recording. Yeah, thank you so much, parents.
Thanks a lot, ma'am.
Thank you for your time. Thank you, all of you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.